Now, in just a week's time, the Knesset is set to decide on whether Prime Minister Netanyahu will have parliamentary immunity or not. And here to break down exactly what that means is Simcha Rothman, Israeli attorney and legal advisor to the Israeli Movement for Governability and Democracy, or Meshilut. So our first question for you is actually a very basic one. What does immunity mean here in Israel, and what crimes does it actually protect you from?
Immunity has two kinds in Israel. One kind is whatever a Knesset member does during his parliamentary activity is 100% immune. You can never be charged on that, even if you speak on the stand in the Knesset, and then it's covered. They cannot sue you even after you're a Knesset member. And there is the immunities that holds only when you are a Knesset member. It just the goal is not to disrupt the Knesset work.
So basically, you can't be touched until you're no longer part of the government.
You can't be touched until you are not elected, and that covers basically everything. But it has to be decided by the Knesset to give it.
But what kind of crimes specifically?
Yeah, when you say everything.
Yeah.
Everything. If the Knesset feels for
You're
the
talking
certain...
about murder, for example?
Even murder.
Okay.
Wow.
Theoretically.
Yeah.
The Knesset
I'm
has...
not sure the public would
The Knesset
support
has
that,
to give immunity. And remember, we're talking about allegation of. We're not talking about it's covering murder. It's allegation. If, for example, the government wants to get rid of a nudge Knesset member and they say, oh, he is a murderer, but they have no proof, the Knesset is supposed to defend the Knesset member from those kind of allegations, right? This immunity, that's what we are talking about, mostly about Netanyahu now.
So do the accusations against Netanyahu fall under what would normally be protected by Knesset immunity?
When we talk about normally, we have to remember this process had only taken place in the last more than 20 years, 2 or 3 times.
Right.
It's not very usual, so we don't talk about a usual. It's not usual that we're talking about Prime Minister. Usually it's a regular Knesset member.
Well, he's been in power for over a decade. So,
yeah, okay, but there were many indictments during those years, and the Knesset members did not ask for immunity. But he makes claims. He makes claims that I can think that has some weight to them, that it's been abusive prosecution in his case, and he might has a point. So that's what he did.
So a couple of weeks ago, he wanted to get this vote on immunity to take place right now, and now he's kind of moved back, and he's saying, let's hold this off. Why is that the case?
So he never asked it to be decided right now. He asked it because he has to ask it within 30 days period of the time the indictment was introduced. So he has to ask it in a certain date, and he used the last day he can, so that's what he did. We have other immunity debates and hearings that are pending already 4 and 5 months. And the Knesset, because of this election and after election, did not decide them. So he thought that the Knesset would not decide his immunity also this Knesset, but it will be next Knesset. That's what he thought, that's what he expected.
So
apparently
final
that's
question,
not going to
what are the chances of him getting immunity? Just answer that quickly because we're running low on time.
I think the chances are that this Knesset will not have enough time to discuss and will not decide until the election, and it will be continued in the next Knesset. That's my anticipation, but let's see.
Thank you for joining us.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.